Hello, everyone.
Hey everyone. Hey Brian, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Alex, how are you doing today?
Not too bad, not too bad. Excited about the second day of GraphQL Scale. Welcome everyone. So I hope many of you, if not all of you, have had a chance to be with us yesterday. We have we had 14, 15 wonderful speakers from around the world talking about GraphQL in production, GraphQL innovations, GraphQL Federation, everything GraphQL. So if you haven't had enough, we have 11 more talks today.
There's never enough GraphQL. We need more.
There's never enough GraphQL. We were joking yesterday that GraphQL was trending not because of us, just before the start of the conference, because of course Mr. Musk, Elon Musk, was tweeting something about the APIs at Twitter. He was complaining about them, actually. But very quickly, some people made it clear to him that it's not GraphQL's fault.
Well, and the fun thing was there were actually a couple of times throughout the day that in chat people were making comments back to that kind of mention in the opening remarks yesterday, and talking about like, oh, Elon should be here. Like he'd learned a few things. So that was kind of good to see. So yeah, there's actually Roger in chat right now is asking if the talks are being recorded, and they absolutely are. So they're going to be on YouTube. We're going to send out that information when they're up, as well as the decks from most of the speakers' talks as well. So if there's a detail that you missed or you couldn't quite see, you'll be able to go through those presentations and hopefully get the links to the important things, as well as any little code snippets or anything else that was in the presentations yesterday.
Absolutely. We do encourage you, though, to stick around for the conference and ask your questions in the chat of Hopin. So the speakers are going to respond right away, talking, or afterwards in the chat. They are also going to be there. So do ask your questions. Tweet. We were talking with Brian before the call that nowadays people seem to just not behave as before at events. They're not necessarily using some hashtag all day long. Definitely changed over the years, but still make some noise. Go on Twitter, LinkedIn, or whatever platform you're using these days, and take screenshots, post screenshots from the talks. I was doing this all day long yesterday. Really enjoyed that. Like really wonderful takeaways from the speakers. Do you have some highlights,
Oh
Brian,
yeah,
from the
so I
talks?
actually kind of like in my mind broke it down into a couple of themes that I kind of saw yesterday, and it was a lot about the present and the past of GraphQL, like how to have organizational change, how to get more buy-in in the companies that you work in, and then also the future of GraphQL. We heard a lot about things like federation. I think 4 or 5 of the talks at least talked about the ideas of federation and bringing all these APIs together as part of the future of where GraphQL is going, as well as we heard from the steering committee as well about what are some of the features coming. So we heard about things like defer and streaming. We heard about, I'm trying to find my notes now, they're gone. We heard about things like what was it, nullable client nullable fields and things like that. So there's a lot of cool features coming to the spec. There's ways to get involved in that, but also there's these kind of high level conceptual ideas around bringing in all these data streams together and getting them back out, as well as, again, we're always going to be talking about how to get more buy-in in the company, how to get organizational change and all that, and the architectural changes as well. I think we're going to hear a little bit more about that today as well.
Correct. Yeah. I can only agree with you. It was a broad range of things that you just need to listen to and try to implement at home. I brought in at some point. I think this was one of the talks, exactly the talk from the steering committee. Brought in one of our backend engineers who couldn't be there in the beginning, but hey, you need to listen to this. We need that feature of GraphQL in our own products here.
Like, this would be amazing to have. Let's get ready to implement it when it's live.
yeah, exactly. Well, today's speaker lineup is at least as exciting as yesterday's. So we'll hear actually people from Pune, India, and about this in a couple of minutes, to California again. So again, we're covering like a big portion of the world, starting just in a couple of minutes.
I'd actually love
So
to hear actually in chat where everyone's tuning in from, because I'm in the US, I'm in Eastern time, so it's actually ideal timing for me. I started my day, I got a little work done, and now I'm here for the rest of the day. But I know that it's a little early on the West Coast in the US, and obviously in India it's pretty late. I believe it's 9 something over there. So I'd love to hear in chat where you're coming from. Definitely.
let's see. Yeah, in my case, right now I'm in Sofia. I'm in early afternoon, Sofia, Bulgaria. This is southeastern Europe, so for me it's still fine. But basically, whatever you're drinking, whatever you prefer drinking, there's someone listening, watching the conference that is supposed to drink it at this exact time.
At that moment, yep. Now me, I just changed the beverage throughout the day from coffee. I've got tea right now, and then later today it'll be herbal tea because I'm old and I can't drink caffeine in the afternoons. But we're definitely going to keep things moving. And Alex, you were with us in chat throughout the evening yesterday. I know it was getting pretty late for you later on in the event.
Yeah, and probably not supposed to say what I was drinking at that time. So
you were off screen. You were just taking part in the event at that point. No worries.
Exactly.
So yeah, let's talk a few pieces of logistics. So throughout the day, we do have speakers speaking for about 20 minutes, and there is a 5-minute Q&A built into their presentations. So ideally that happens, and we take questions from chat. So the stage chat is the best place to do it. A few people posted in the event chat yesterday. That's fine. I'll pick them up, but you make my life so much easier if you post over in the stage as opposed to in the event chat, and I appreciate it. So yeah, there's that. Throughout the day, we've got 2 coffee breaks, beverage of choice breaks, really. One at 9 a.m. Pacific time and one at 10:50 a.m. Pacific time. I'll say use Google and we'll get the time zones there. Maybe Alex has them off the top of his head, but that's also a perfect time, to stretch, get a beverage, but also we have networking rooms, which you can access on the left-hand side of the interface in Hopin, and you can actually schedule or do random one-to-one conversations with other attendees. So if there's something you're really interested in talking about that was in one of the presentations, jump in those during those coffee breaks and have like a 5-minute conversation with somebody about it. I think that could be a really great use of time. And then obviously you don't have to miss out on any of the great talks if you use that coffee break time for that. The networking rooms are open during the talks, but don't miss the good information live. So we've got a lot of great talks. The Q&A is happening. And then I'm trying to think of any other important logistical notes. Share on Twitter or your social media of choice, including like Mastodon. I hear that's getting hot nowadays. Decentralized, federated, maybe even, if you will, community and social. I just got an account because you never know where social's going. So maybe you share on there as well.
Well, yeah, that's going to be the first time GraphQL scale is mentioned there.
Yeah, be the first person, be the trendsetter in Mastodon on your server for GraphQL scale.